Hey traders, I'm Heinz and welcome to my channel. And on my channel, we look at some of the best trading robots or Forex robots available for MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. We also include some of the best free Forex robots, and in today's video, we'll be looking at one of those. So under the free tab for MetaTrader 4, you'll see some of the top rated free expert advisors, as well as some of the new ones that are being released by authors from right around the world. And the bot that we'll be looking at today, which is called Shuttle Runner, is developed by Sergey Emilov, whose bots we've already featured on my channel. So if you'd like to learn more about some of the other bots that they've made, make sure to check the description down below. Now we can see from the 18 reviews that it has a 4.67 rating, with a 4.6 stars without categories and the others very high at 5. If we look at some of the other images that the author provides us, we'll see that the bot features a robot that showcases how the grid strategy works. And the basis of the strategy is that it should only be traded during active market phases, specifically looking at an economic calendar and trading 1 to 2 hours before the news. Then you have a choice of how the strategy starts. And after the first order is opened, there's an immediate opposite order with a bigger lot size than the first order. On top of this, it then continues placing additional orders in the grid, so I recommend that you watch the video to see exactly how it works. I've already started testing the Expert Advisor and it looks to be very interesting. So let's take a look at some of the parameters that you can change to get different results trading the shuttle runner live in the market. Now, to start the trade, you have a choice of different orders. You can either go with a market order or live order or different types of pending orders. Then under this, you have your entries for the different channels, and then you have to enable your trading times. Now, it is important that you set it up according to the correct GMT parameter, so make sure to look at that description to have it exactly according to your broker time. Then on top of this, it already needs to set your start and end trading times according to the GMT time zone. Then we have our first and second take profits for the grid, and our sprint indentation refers to the distance to the next channel. Then you can also set the maximum number of channels and your lot coefficient and initial lot size. Then if we look at the trading conditions that are recommended, it is recommended to use a broker that reduces the margin on the opening of an opposite order, with a minimum deposit of $10,000 or $100 on a cent account. The recommended minimum leverage is 1 to 500, and you'll see the trading time frame doesn't matter. On top of this, we also need to set our trading hours according to the European and American sessions, which have higher volatility. On top of this, the images show us what the strategy looks like and what their math psychology math idea behind the strategy is. It shows you that it enters multiple orders to then take profit when the market is really active. So next on my RoboForex MetaTrader 4, we'll be doing a couple of strategy tests to see what the bot looks like. Now, of course, you can download the demo for free and test along with me. So the symbol that I'll be using is the Euro USD, and on first test, I'll be using the default settings. Now, the only adjustment that I am going to make is according to my GMT broker time, which is GMT plus 2. The rest of the settings I will leave on default, and what you'll see is we have our trading days that we can select and what hours of entry. On top of this, we have that first entry order, and this is determined by either going with a live order or different types of pending orders. Then on top of this, we have our trade order type, which is the second entry in the grid, and then setting the parameters of how you want your grid to work. So you'll see that we have the two types of entry, and this is on our second order. Now remember, with these type of grid trading bots, there is a high degree of risk, but hopefully the bot can give a high return to compensate for the high level of risk. Lastly, we have our lot type and grid coefficient, and you'll see 2.3 is quite high. So for this, I'll use a 0.01 lot to see what the different lot sizing is in our grid coefficient. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to run the default settings and see what the graph looks like, and we can make some adjustments to get a better result. So let's start off by running the default settings from the 10th of January 2022 until the 10th of December 2023. And from the graph, we can see that high lot sizing that is used in the part of the grid coefficient. And we'll see in December, which is often why you'll see a lot of traders recommend to avoid the month, it took a substantial loss that it wasn't able to recover. So if we look at this first image, you might be thinking to yourself, is this bot worth it? But what I did is I downloaded the set files from the author to see what their kind of performance would look like. The first thing that you'll notice is they don't trade on Mondays, and the logic behind it makes very good sense because generally we don't have a lot of news. The last interesting thing about this set file is a very high lot coefficient of 2.5 with a very big lot size of 0.502 lot. You'll see it took the initial balance from only 10,000 to over 28,289 and $14. So you'll see that $28,000 return over just 2 years. If we take a look at the sizing, which is at the bottom of we'll see the different lot sizing used by the bot, and then we can zoom into the specific days where these major events happened. So if we go to our results page and scroll down to November, this can give us the idea of what type of lot sizing it is using and if we would like to trade that live. Now I am currently testing this against a demo account to see what the strategy does and what the typical drawdown would be like live in the market. We'll see an extremely high lot sizing of 21 lots. However, it did give us a total net profit of over 18,000 with a relative drawdown of 6,700. Our largest win was 6,500 with our largest loss 5,400. Now, I've been receiving a lot of feedback about how the bot trades live in the market, and because of this, I decided to create a set file for my Patreon members. Now, the set file that I created for the Patreon members uses some of the same ideas as the authors. However, I've defined the auto lot lower and also changed the coefficient. Now, what this has done, it's given me still a very high return of 26%, but it has also significantly decreased our drawdown. As with our previous charts, we still see the spikes in size. However, because of the coefficient being lower and the lot size O2 multiplier being lower, you'll see that these spikes have been significantly reduced. We still had our major events in July and December, which showcases the fact that often these grid type strategies will struggle in December, but overall it looks to be a very improved graph. Now, if we take a look at the different things that were used to create this, we'll see we had an average win rate of 72.73% with a $2,645 return. Now, the profit factor is on the lower side, so this is one of the reasons why I want to test this live in the market. So what I will be doing in the next couple of weeks is running it on a demo account to see what the performance would be live in the market. If we take a look at what it looks like trading live, you'll see it doesn't feature a panel and it only shows you some of the numbers of the inclinations in your grid. Now you'll see it is a very busy grid with multiple orders at different levels, and this showcases the high trading activity that the grid uses in the market. Now, if you'd like to learn more about trading Forex robots, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I will be releasing the results of the Shuttle Runner Expert Advisor in the coming weeks, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And with that, I want to say thank you for watching. Until next time, happy trading. Bye.